Okay, so we'll record this as I do this program attacking really quick. Okay, so no, actually, oh, I don't want mouse input, I want keyboard input. That's the reason why I can't find what I'm looking for. Keyboard input, is key down, GL, and we want, what's a key we don't use? We'll use E, so E for engage. So attack mode equals true. And what we'll do down here is if attack mode, and then you right click and then it'll be attack mode equals false. So we can disengage attack mode. And we want to do this on left click, so I'm going to go if attack mode. We don't want to select an entity, we want to attack an entity. So we want to get the entity at the location. Entity.attack with damage. Damage type. Do I actually have any damage types even programmed? Actually, is damage type even checked? I think it is checked. I feel like I'm forgetting something, like I've programmed an entire attack system already. Yeah, I probably have. Oh yeah, there's an attack system. So attack with weapon. Attack, weapon. So I can actually call this entity to attack and then weapon to attack with. So then we just got to create a weapon real quick. So we'll be weapon equals new weapon. Unique ID. And I still got to set the damage for it. So weapon equals new weapon, and we'll just call it gun just to be lame here. And then damage equals new damage. I think damage is literally just damage type. Okay, so yeah, we got damage type, then dice, then armor penetration value. So new damage type, and we'll call laser. And then new dice 6, I believe. And then armor penetration value 2. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go if selected entity doesn't equal null. Then what we want to do is selected entity dot attack. So then we want to go entity and then weapon. And this should work. I should be able to kill things. Although really quickly what I need to do is where's my render code? So we want to go if attack mode, else we're in select mode. We're going to render that really shitty crosshair I have that I haven't showed yet. Target render, and then we just got to call the same code right here. And then run game mode.
Microphone muted.
Mute my microphone in TeamSpeak so I'm not annoying everybody. Okay, so first we got to move all these guys. So move these guys, move these guys, move these guys. And then what we want to do is select his guy, then hit E to engage. Okay, I probably don't have damage code, so we're going to need some debug. Okay. One, we need to get rid of, what is the debug that's running in our console right now? Okay, we're running debug that tells me what we're looking at. So we want to get rid of this. And then we want to get rid of our debug that tells us our frame rate because, all honestly, we don't care. Um, so we know this code probably works. So I don't know what that is. Okay, so do. Okay, so we're gonna call tack. Um, so we want to just start outputting because I'm using code directly. So this code I don't think has ever been tested, but this is the actual hit system that will be used to tell me will the entity get attacked? If he gets attacked, how much damage we do, stuff like that. So this is roll to hit. This is essentially calculating the hit rating, so our ability to shoot the target, and then the target's ability to dodge, which is reaction rating. Reaction rating also takes into account things like cover, armor, a couple other different things, but this value essentially calculates if we're going to hit. And how we want it to work is we want our dice roll to be less than our hit rating. Because this is where if you play D&D, D&D is nat 20 is the greatest you can get. This is the opposite. You want to roll ones. Don't ask me why it's that way. My asset developer Grogger is the one who designed this whole game. So he designed all the rule books. And the game is actually meant to be a tabletop game, so you're supposed to actually play it like Dungeons and Dragons. Same exact style is meant to be played as. So you pull out pen and paper, you pull out some dice, and you play. I'm converting it into a video game. That way, me and my buddies can play it because most of my buddies don't like the idea of pulling out paper and dice because it's boring. They want to see things, especially my buddy Jake, who likes to see violent explosions because he's a military fanatic type person, so he loves military-like stuff. Not to say he likes killing and stuff, because surprisingly he doesn't, but he likes guns, tanks, explosions. So I want to make a game where he can actually play it, enjoy the ideal of the RPG questing system, while at the same time actually seeing what's going on, rather than having to imagine it, because I don't know if he actually knows how to do that or not. But okay, we got to hit the roll. So we want to know if we hit the target. So this is our normal hit, this is our glancing hit, and then this is our we missed, but then there's a cover check that's supposed to be in here that we're going to see if we shoot the cover rather than hitting the target or something. There's a lot of more details that go into play. But what we want to do is we now want to go into attack entity. So here's what we want to go right here. So we want to go on attacked. We just kind of want to build out a little debug method here. Or not debug, but a little debug line. That's what I meant to say. Where we're watching what the information is going to do. Now I can do this through debug mode, but I'd rather do it in a live environment where I can continuously click, left click, and watch it work several times. So that way if we miss the target, we know we've missed the target. But we don't have to go, well, what's it doing? Debug and everything. So we got can take damage. By default, it's true, so we don't have to worry about that. No entity should have a shield, so we don't have to worry about shield code. Shouldn't have any armor, which means we will automatically do damage. So now we just need to do apply damage is what we need to do. So we need to do this method here. So apply damage. And then we want to do damage amount. And we want the glance, and we want to check crit as well. So I'll actually probably change these out for debug lines here later, because what I should be doing rather than doing system.printout is like logger.out or something like that. There's a little better way to do this, but we're gonna implement this. Do we even have HP? So we have no HP. So what I need to do is I coded a lot of this code for the actual entities and stuff a couple weeks ago. It's only recently have I been working on the graphics. So like none of this stuff is set up. I started into it, and then I was like, hey, we're going to get the logic working before we even touch anything else. And I realized that was a pretty stupid idea because if I only work on logic, I can't see the logic function, which I mean doesn't really sound like much. If you're familiar with programming, you can pretty much program an entire application without ever opening a GUI. It's something that is doable, but it takes away the fun of it, and you kind of start getting bored after a while, which is what happened to me. And then I stopped and I went back to working on mods and stuff. Let's see, this should work. So we're gonna run the game in debug mode so I can actually change things on the go. We might want to start setting these guys' position, so that way I don't have to move them every single time. But select this guy, E to engage, left click. Okay, so I am getting a check to see if the button is being clicked. So just tell me yes, button is being clicked. But then we're not exactly getting any other results here. You know what we're kind of forgetting to do right here is keyboard input dot is key down. I believe we did GLW or GLFW key and then E, I believe is what we did. So we need to make sure the key's not down, but then we need to make sure that we're in attack mode. I need to change this real quick because I need to set attack mode to false. And then we need to go if selected entity does not equal null. Because we need to make sure if you don't have an entity selected, you just can't attack something. So attack mode, that thing there. And we're going to move this down here. This just guarantees we're not going to accidentally call this code down here if I move it here. So it's either you're running attack mode code or you're not running attack mode code. That's how it'll be set up. That way, yeah, this should all look, so all looks good now. So we're not deselecting attack mode, which is not exactly cool. Okay, let's put a debug breaker line here. So attack mode is true. I know why this isn't going to work appropriately. We don't need to check to see if E key is down. The reason we don't want to do that is because that means you'd have to press E key to attack, not left click to attack, which is what I messed up. So we'll do that real quick. Hit play. And there we go. Okay, we can track this through. So attack mode, entity is selected. We get our entity. Yeah, there's an entity there. Oh wait, we want don't equal null. Easy mistakes. This is why debug mode exists, is to catch the mistakes that are made. So there we go. We attacked, and if we open up console, damage roll to hit is 20, and then on attack was called. There's no break line there for some reason. So we want to go to entity. This would be print line is what this should be. But we rolled a 20, and unfortunately that means our roll to hit probably, so yeah, we got a 20 here is what our roll to hit is. We didn't check our dice roll, so we don't know what our comparison is. So our dice rolls rolled at something, but we don't know what that something was. So we're going to reload this and we're going to try again. Okay, so we select our guy, click that, and then we fire. We rolled a dice of 9, but our roll to hit, yeah, that means we should have attacked. Oh yeah, we did attack, on attacked. And then we need to actually kind of just start following this through because there's a few things that are messed up. I keep messing these lines up. So we rolled our damage, some kind of damage object with a glancing blow is false, and then on apply damage, which is down here, which I need to actually change. So we got apply damage. Then we applied damage, some kind of type of 5 with no glance, no crit. And did the health go down? That's the trick. I'm betting the health actually has gone down at this point. We just need to handle death real quick. So if we go back to game display, we need to go if entity e.health or get health is less than equal to 0, then game dot get world get entities dot remove entity. And if we kill the entity, he should be removed. He's gone. There we go. That's functional code there. He's dead. Now, of course, you wouldn't be hitting E to do this the whole time. What would actually happen is there would be a GUI hotbar at the bottom where you would go, okay, click attack, then click there. Of course, I probably will add hotkeys for this. Right now, I don't know what I'm going to exactly do. I've right now got the WAS key set up to move you around now. I transitioned that from the arrow keys. The arrow keys I had implemented just to kind of give you controls, but I was like, WAS keys are the most familiar movement style. And of course my cursor wants to break all of a sudden now. Haha, I thought I had that fixed and now it's broken again. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. I think I know exactly how to fix that. We'll just do the same thing we did to fix it the previous time. So we can just do this. So this is how we fix the X, and apparently the Y is going to need the same behavior. I guess, but doesn't quite make sense. But we're going to have to try it real quick and see if that does the trick. Yeah, that fixes it. I think it's the center of the screen. Yeah, that's centered, so it's working centered. Now if we move one over, it's working. If we zoom in, it's working. If we move up and down, okay, it's working. If we zoom out, it's working. And by the way, this is the reason why game development takes so long, is that you get these little bugs and you have to sit here and test every use case. So I have to zoom in all different levels to make sure it works, and I have to move it around and make sure it works. Eventually I'll set up unit testing for this to make sure it's correct, because I don't want to do this by hand, and this is all mathematically based anyway, so that means I can mathematically check it. So I can go, if like, hey, we're 20 to the right of the circle at zoom level here, then my cursor should think it's on this part of the screen, because I know exactly where the cursor is on the screen. It comes into, because how the math originally works is that it's from 0 to 1 here.
Microphone
Hey, Gregor.
activated.
Hey.
I'm recording. What's up? By the way, I got the game mechanics for attacking working. So your math for roll to hit's working pretty good. Enthusiastic? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I just murdered 3 entities in the game.
Oh.
Right now the thing is the dice are rolling always low, so actually we're not quite rolling low, but some of these attacks were doing 1 HP. That sound good for the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's ice.
Okay, just wanted to ask in case you wanted to do like an offset where it did a minimum damage rather than a chance of... Well, actually you can't roll a 0 in this game, so... That's working out pretty good. Yeah,
Hang on, I'm probably gonna get dragged away.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm going to close the video out and we'll do another one here later.